Good evening, guys. Hi. Okay, so I haven't been live for a few days. I thought I'd come live and speak to you all. So what I'm going to do, let's hope that I'm live in the Scentsy Festival. Hi. Hey, Dale. Hey, Roxanne. I think I'm in the right group, which is good. Just going to invite a few people. Hi, guys. I'm in my office and my office is a mess, but I'm about to do like a mass bulk sample of everything for the month. So I'm going to put the full on. I'm on what am I on? Number 3. I'm literally just watching the full. Hi. Right, okay, so thank you for all of you that have joined me. Hopefully that you can hear me okay. This isn't like a specific training. This is just me coming in for a bit of a chit chat. Right, first of all, apologies for this. I haven't got a black eye. I don't know if you can see, but I've got like, this is all swollen up. I've got a lump under here, and which I don't know if it's a sty, and it's all bruised and it's all dropped into my cheek, and my whole face is swollen up and I can literally see my cheek. But that's not going to stop me coming on. It's not going to give me an excuse. If anyone has I've got some drops that I've got like, I don't know what they've got in them. Something that they said that they thought it was an eye infection. But if anyone's got like some magic cure for what they think this might be, please let me know. It's really actually put me in a really negative, crappy place for the last few days. I've literally slept on my sofa today for an hour at about 4 o'clock, which is unheard of. I don't really nap during the day. I used to, but I don't anymore. So, but anyway, I've got my Star Bar, my favourites, absolute favourite. And I've got a Coke Zero because that's what my husband gave me. My office looks like a mess. I'm about to go and sample all the things. So, I just wanted to come on tonight to talk to you about a word that's called resilience, adapt or collapse. That's the title of this live, and I will go back and I will pop it on there. It's not going to be a really long live, but there's just a few things that have gone on over the last sort of week that have made me sort of think, do you know what? I need to sort of come in and chat to you guys about this. Hopefully you might find something in this where you think, oh my God, that's relevant to me. I watched a live last night and I went live in my leaders group after, and it was about how you need to be resilient to change in this business. You need to be resilient to things not necessarily working out. Basically, if I give you a bit of the backstory, this particular Superstar Director, I watched her live. It's on our director's course that we're doing at the moment. And when you guys get to Superstar Consultant, you will all be able to do this course. It's incredible. And this week has all been about imposter syndrome and feeling like, you know, that you don't belong, and, you know, like when your name's shouted out and you're shouted out for these amazing things, like maybe like having some sort of imposter syndrome, which I've suffered with, but in different ways maybe to other people. And one of the Superstar Directors, Ashley, she went live and she told us about how she hit director and she did really, really well. She had this incredible team. And then she went on to hit Star Director and Superstar Director. And then she lost 3 of her directors and basically didn't get paid as Superstar Director for 8 months. And I was like, oh my God. And she said it really had a negative effect on her. But she said when she went away, she started to analyse what she did within her business as to why it wasn't working. And this was a real big teamy thing. And it was all about how she had made her teamies not very independent. And she said, I did everything for them. So when they needed a ticket putting in, she said, I did it for them. She said, when they needed to find something on the workstation, I did it for them. When they needed an image, I found the image for them, and I would send them the image because she wanted them to love her, and she wanted them to think, oh my God, she's just the most inspirational leader, which they obviously did, and they had an amazing relationship with her. But it didn't make her teamies very resilient people, and it didn't make them very independent teamies. So this sort of like got me thinking, with everything that we've got going on at the minute, with, you know, we're coming out of a pandemic. We're, you know, I don't know about you guys, but my kids have just gone back to school today, and there wasn't massive changes for them at school, so they tell me. But for us as parents, like, I've got to go in one gate, I've got to go out another gate. There's different pickup times. I've got to now send in packed lunch every day. There's no hot meals. So it's affecting that one part of my life in a huge way, on top of like, and I'm sure there are lots of you that it's affecting in that way as well. And then what I started thinking about was what's happened during COVID. At the start, we was all very much like, oh my God, how are we gonna survive? How are people gonna, you know, how is our society gonna survive? How is our business gonna survive? How is Scentsy going to survive this? Little did we know. How are we going to survive not being able to see our friends and family, not being able to, you know, just go to the shops when we want? How are we going to survive having to wear a mask? How are we going to survive having to hand sanitize everywhere we go? But what happened was, over time, we adapted and we changed and we become resilient to the changes that were being put in place. Now, it's natural to get out of my car, put on my mask, go into a shop as I like, come out. And I was one of them people that thought, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Just the thought of something a bit over my like nose and mouth. Really, I was like, no, oh my God. But now it's become second nature to do those things. It's become second nature to ask what the changes are and how COVID has affected different situations outside of our Scentsy business. So I then started thinking about how that applies, how we apply that to our Scentsy business. And probably 3 months ago, I messaged in an absolute blind panic all of our directors and was like, right, we need to come up with the most positive things. We've got to come up with things that we can like throw at our teammates to get them all like, you know, keep them on board, keep them interested, keep them motivated, keep them wanting to work. And actually, we didn't need to, because you guys just adapted. You guys just adapted to the change, and you sold the products and you brought people into the business. You trained them, you got them working, and our group grew from 600 odd teamies. I think it might have been even 500 odd teamies, to where we now sit in a group volume of 1,667. We grew from having, you know, 7 directors to 30 directors to 2 brand new SSDs. We have literally just blown up within this whole Scentsy business. And right now, we're now coming out of that change, and the world's adapting. The world's adapting to not very much plastic, not very glass that we can't get hold of, bases that are going in and out of stock, the fact that boats are being held at ports, and the fact that there's social distancing measures going on within warehouses. But we're still adapting. Where every time a product goes out of stock, we adapt our business and we adapt what we're selling. We adapt how we're working. We've brought in new systems. We are changing. And I wanted to come on to remind you all that this is going to continue. This isn't going to get better overnight, okay? It's not going to get better overnight. But if you are open to change and you become resilient to change. Now, I know that there are some people that are like, I don't do change. I like things as I like them. I get that. I completely get that. But unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are going on that are out of our control at the moment. And if you can be somebody that can work with change and that can work with adapting and that can pivot, that's the word I'm looking for, that you can pivot your business, you will grow such a strong foundation. You will grow the strongest foundation. Your business will have this incredible starter block right now. And that's what you need to do. You need to be open to change. You've got to be open to the fact that a date might change, or that a product might not come in because the whole shipment got broken. You've got to be open to the fact that we don't always necessarily get all of the reasons as to why these things are happening, despite the fact that that's frustrating, and despite the fact that we want to go to our customers and be able to give them all of the information. Sometimes all we can do is give them what we've got and then say to them, what would you like to do? The ball's in your court. And this is where it's really important to be somebody that is a solution finder. Okay, so like, for example, when the tabletops went out of base, the tabletop bases went out of stock, straight away, one member said, oh my God, well, what about, I've done the maths. Sorry, Laura just rang me. Sorry, Laura. They get a plug-in, pop the tabletop base as a half-price item. It's not cost you any more money, and they're still going to get the item when the tabletop bases come in. Oh my God, yes. Boom. That's a solution, okay? That's a solution. So when we're having to change, when we're having to pivot, if you've got solutions that you think, yeah, that's working. For example, I don't know, let's talk about, let's say a warmer's out of stock or a bar's out of stock, and being able to offer your customer every single alternative, or even saying to your customer, so I've pivoted the way that I work my business now, where I will say, do you know what? It's all about my website. Go onto my website, see what's on there, and then I'll order directly for you. It's about being a solution finder, and it's about being open to change, and it's about being resilient. The more you can be that person, find the solution. And if you can't find the solution, that's where this group is available to ask for help. Or it may have already been asked before. You guys need to be like somebody that says, for your business to work, do you know what? That's okay. I'm going to find a way to make this work. I'm not going to be that person that's going to moan and groan. I'm not going to be that person that's going to completely lose my temper and throw my toys out the pram. I literally am going to find a way to make this work. And if I can't find a way to make this work, I'm going to bring it to the bigger group, and I'm going to ask everybody to put their heads together to come up with a solution. Okay? You guys signed up to this business as independent consultants, so therefore you have got to work your business independently. You have got to be, you are your own boss. I'm not your boss. Your sponsor's not your boss. Your director's not your boss. Nobody's responsible for anybody. Yes, I might be at the top of that tree at this moment in time, and yes, I earn a lot of money from all the people that put in active orders and that absolutely love this business and that thrive on it every single day. But if you can become independent and you can make yourself be that independent person, and the same, you can then put that down to your team and make your team independent people, be solution finders, be open to change, your business is going to be strong. You're going to have strength in your business. So in terms of things like being independent, I just want to ask you a few questions. Do you go to the workstation and do you check the news tab? Do you know where the news tab is? If you don't, you need to go and find it. Really, really important. You should check that every single day. It should be part of your, business acumen, is that every single day I log on, because that's where we get our news from. I get my news from the same place that you get your news from. The next place that I will be checking every day is going on and checking the order status list. Same as me. I get the same information as you guys. I don't have a magic ball. I really wish I did. I really wish I did. So you guys have got to be independent in that respect. Let's say I'm looking for samples, for example, or I'm looking for an idea for a mystery bag, or I want to know if something's not in stock. You've got to become independent and go and look for those things yourself. You've got to do it, because if you're not doing it, why should somebody else do it for you? At the end of the day, our job, our expectations of me as an SSD, you guys as an independent consultant to your teamies, you as a sponsor, your job is to cheerlead people, to show them how much they mean to you, to give them ideas that make things work. We're not customer services representatives, so I don't, if I turn around and said, right, okay, you said to me, I want a picture of a parlour warmer. Yeah, here's that picture of a parlour warmer. What have I just taught you? Absolutely nothing. I have just given you something, okay? I have just given you that picture. What have you learned from it? Nothing. You haven't gone to find that picture. You haven't gone to an image group. You haven't gone to the albums in the group. You haven't gone to the units. If you're asking me about shipping information, for example, if I just give you that information, it's all there. It's on your workstation. If it's not on your workstation, it's in the group under units. And if it's not there, you can go to your sponsor and you can ask. That's your next protocol. You need to think about, if something's not working in your business, you need to be able to pivot and change it. So it might be that your customer group's a little bit quiet. So is no one interacting on your customer group? You need to think about, okay, so what have I not done for a while? Have I not been live? Have I don't know, done a giveaway? Have I played a game? Have I done an interaction post? These are all the types of things you should be looking at your group, and you should be analysing every couple of days. When it goes a little bit quiet, then you need to pivot. You need to make a change. Okay, this is so important. As soon as you bring in change, not just in the way you're selling, not just in your independence, as soon as you pivot and you bring in change, your group will change, your algorithms change, Facebook sees you. And as soon as you bring in change, it's going to open up people's eyes to you. So if something's not working, you need to change it. For example, if you're struggling with sales, then you need to be like, right, okay, sit down and think about it. Why am I struggling with sales? Is it that I have asked all of my customers have all bought and they're waiting for an order to come in? In that case, the answer is I need new customers. I've got to ask for referrals. I've got to get samples out. I've got to go on buy and sell sites and advertise myself and say, look, I've got sample packs. Who wants them? I've got I've got to do all the things that are going to get my business moving again. It's a cycle. I have to do these things. Even as a superstar director, I have to find new customers every single month. And every month that I bring in new customers, I have to build a relationship with them and I have to make it work. And every month I have to look at my group and go, okay, something's not working. I'm not getting interaction. Right, I need to change it. Do you want to know the biggest posts that get interaction? Every single time I posted 10 flyers of all the stock images, of all the new Halloween stuff, the only posts that got interaction, comments and likes were posts with my face in it or my kid's face in it. They were the ones that worked. So for me, that was a tester. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go and change it. My face needs to clearly be in my group a little bit more often because it draws people in. It stops people. It makes them look. If you're at that point where your excuse is no one wants to join my team, yes, they do. You're just not offering the right information. Are you offering out the host join kit? Do you use the host join kit? I'm going to do a live on that tomorrow. I am going to do a live on the host join kit tomorrow. How you can use it, how you can utilise it, and how you can really make it work, because that's a challenge I want to set you all. You know, these are things that, you know, it's not that no one wants to join your team. It's just that you need to find new customers and you need to bring new blood into your business to then ask new people if they want to join your team. It's called pivot and it's called change. If you can become resilient to making these changes in your business regularly, making these adaptations in your business regularly, I promise you, you are going to build the strongest foundation. And when we come out of all this COVID nonsense, and when our lives go back to no masks, being able to party, being able to, you know, hug people and kiss people in the street if you really want to without someone looking down their nose going, oh, you might catch COVID. You know, our kids going into school and doing all of these things that are normal, I can promise you that Scentsy is going to be the most incredible place to be. When you look at the fact that we just broke all records in 15 minutes, that's a hell of a company to be part of. So if you can be resilient, you can adapt, and you can collapse, you can, not collapse, you can pivot your business. And if you really don't know how to pivot your business, then this is what this group is here for. This group has got so many ideas. There's a little magnifying glass at the top. Search samples, search ideas, search PRV boosting, search grow my team, search recruitment, sponsoring training. It's all in here, okay? It's all in here. You just need to be independent enough to say, right, here's the problem in my business. I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm going to make an excuse. Oh, I can't get anyone to join my team. Oh, my business doesn't want to grow. Oh, I'm not getting paid at title. You're not getting paid. If you're not getting paid at title, it's not because of any of those things. It's because you're not pivoting. You're not changing with the times. You're not being resilient. You're making excuses. You're making excuses. And the only person that is going to stop you from being paid at title or from, you know, having all these amazing things going on and being part of this amazing business is you. Not me, not your sponsor, not your director, not anybody else. It is you. It comes down on you. You need to be the one that needs to take control, or every single person that's watching this right now, and yeah, definitely Rachel, tag your girls, because I promise you, if you can make these changes and you can recognise where the pivot needs to happen in your business on a daily basis, your business will do 360 and your head will do 360 and you will bring new customers in. And I promise you, your teamies will come in. It's all about not making those excuses. I'm so sick of hearing people say, no one wants to join my team. No, you've just not met the right person yet. That's all that is. You've got to change your mindset. 100%. Nikki, how did you send out borrow baskets with parties with not all the products? I'm beginning to. I want to do more and I can't afford to buy more products until I've got an income and host credit. So, Nikki, just keep it really simple to start with. Use what you've got, okay? If what you've got is a bag of testers and a warmer and a couple of cubes of wax, that's what you send out. And make sure you put a catalogue in there. Print off all of that, the literature. Make it look pretty with, you know, things that like this that's already done in the group for you. You just need to go and literally print it. It literally is that simple. If anything I was going to invest in anything, it's a decent printer. And you can go and buy a decent wireless printer, colour printer for about 40 quid in Currys. That would be my starting point. If you were going to spend money on anything, go and get yourself a printer. But it's all about putting those, you know, get that mindset, pivot your business, find a way to pivot, find the problem and then come up with a solution. Don't be the person that comes to your sponsor, comes to your director, or comes to me for that matter, with a rant and a rave and just a problem, because you're going to get the rap of my tongue. And I'm not that person very often. But sometimes when I think a few people think that we become like robots and that we're automatically just going to give you the answers, actually you need to be independent Scentsy consultants, and you also need to be able to come with a solution, or at least say, what do you think? Have you got any ideas what I could offer, as opposed to being that person that's just ranting and moaning in an inbox. A rant and a moan isn't going to get anywhere, but asking somebody to help you with a solution that's adaptation. Okay, that's what we're here for. And when you get that solution, and when that solution, you then smash it out of the park, I'm going to cheerlead you from every single platform. So I'm just going to leave that there. Resilience, adapt or collapse. It's all about pivoting. That's what I'm going to title this. I will show this to YouTube. Feel free to tag your teamies. As I say, apologies on the eye front. It looks actually better with the light shining on it, to be completely honest. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.